Hi folks, I want to record a short video to help you better access your university Gmail account and all the tools that are there. So um, if you go to the University of Maine at Augusta website, over here on the right it says My UMA Portal. This is where you can log in, okay? Um, Okay, I'm already logged in, so it's not going to give it to, but you're going to use the same login you use for your Gmail, okay? That login gets you into everything, okay? And once you're into your portal, what happens is, it looks like this, okay? Here, this is my portal. You've got all kinds of things that are useful to you for as a UMA student up here. You can get to advising. So everything is linked very, very quickly. Services and support, UMA Life. But your Launchpad is really what's going to be important to you because here you can access your mail, your calendar, your Google Drive, YouTube, Blackboard. Everything is available here. So you don't have to open up 14,000 windows. You've just got one going here. So you can access your Google Drive here, or if you're in your email, up here in the right hand corner, there's a grid of 9 dots. If you click on that, it opens up your Google Tools. Okay, and there are some Google Tools here that don't show up in your Launchpad. So if you wanted to, you can get them here. Like Sites doesn't show up over there in the Launchpad, but it does show up here. Okay, here's Sites. All right, and I have Google Classroom. Okay, so that shows up there as well. But this is the handy, for me, this is what I use every single day. So when I want to look at my calendar, I just click on calendar and I already have that open. So I'm going to go up here and open it for you. And this is Google Calendar. This is where I keep track of my life. And it works very well. I would encourage you to use your calendar to keep track of, due dates, of, classes when you have to be there, when research projects are due, all of those sort of things, okay? You'll see that there are different colors here. That's because those are different calendars. This one in pink is my student teacher, and she has a Google Calendar which she has shared with me to keep track of her attendance. That's a requirement. So instead of having a paper one that she, gets lost or whatnot, it's kept here. And I have it here as her attendance log, and I can see it on my calendar. I have shared other calendars that are shared that I don't have show up here, but I can always go over here and click on them to get the information that I want from those. But for the most part, the things that I want to see every day, I have on my main calendar, okay? Again, I encourage you to use this as a teacher. You might want to use this as a way for keeping track of assignments for students. So if you're teaching a history class, you could have up here U.S. History Period 3 and the assignments so students can see when they're due. It's just another way of supporting students. So calendar is very nifty, okay? There's also there's also a task. You can change the settings here, but there's also you can change the way you see it. You can see it by week. You can see it by 5 days. You can see it by agenda. So here it gives me exactly what's happening on each day. I like looking at it at the month. It gives me a nice snapshot, but I can change it at any time. All right. So the other thing that's kind of important, we can get Blackboard here, of course. Okay, so it just takes you to Blackboard. Logs you in, and you can choose, your courses, and so forth. So you can get to Blackboard here, and you still have your email open, so you can be, having multiple tabs at the same time. Drive, okay? I have my Drive open, so I'm not going to click on it. But Drive is like a word processing. It's like Word for Google, okay? And you can do anything in here that you can do with Word. By the way, Word is available free for students. If you didn't know that, that you can download it for free. So over here, I have my Drive, and I have shared with me. These are things that other people have shared with me. It's kept in a different place. I also have Google Photos. I don't keep my photos on my professional Google account, although I do in my personal Google account. But when I go back to my Drive, okay, now here is where I can create things. I can create a folder. I can upload a file. So if I want to upload a file, that just means I choose a file from somewhere, and it'll just upload it. Okay. You can also drag and drop. So if I wanted to drag something in here, so I'm going to go over here. I have this document. I want this document. I bring it over. Snap. It's in there. Okay. It's a Word document, and it's there, and I can access it. I can also change the format to a Google Doc, so I can actually work on it in here. So it's a good place to store your files. It's storing it in the cloud, so if your computer gets lost or crashes, you haven't lost all your documents. I don't keep anything on my computer. Only temporary. I keep them maybe on the desktop for a short time, but everything goes into either Google Drive or Dropbox, which is another cloud storage platform. That way, I can always get to my stuff. If I don't have my computer with me, I can go to the library and I can still get to my things. But here's where, again, you can file upload, folder upload, but you can also create documents, okay? So here's a Google Doc. This is just like opening a Word document. Give it a title up here. I'm just going to give it test, okay? And then you type here just like anything else. One of the cool things about this, if you open it up in Chrome, only works in Chrome, is that it has voice typing. Watch this. So you have to put the punctuation in, because otherwise, it doesn't understand what you want to say, period. See how that works? Question mark. Okay, so, just to give you an idea of what this looks like. I'm going to shut that off now because I don't want to do it anymore. Okay. All right. So I'm going to close that. But that's kind of cool, It's a feature that was just added, so I like playing with it a little bit. You can also do translate. Okay, so I can translate this into another language if I want to. I'm going to put it into Finnish because that's my roots. Okay. Here's a copy. Now it's in Finnish. Okay, and this is, I've had some world language teachers look at this, and it's not perfect, but it's not bad either. Okay. Other tools that you can add-on tools. I have EasyBib here, so I can actually do a bibliography while I'm working, if I'm working on a research paper. You can format it just like anything else. You can insert things, an image, you can insert a link, you can do equations. By the way, there's a math add-on you can add to here, so you can do mathematical notations. There's also an app you can add for music, for actually writing music in here. You just have to explore, okay? So to explore those, you click add-ons and get add-ons. And this will take you to another page where you can see my bibliography there. You can just add these, okay? I don't, I haven't used them all, but they all look kind of interesting depending on what you need and what you want in your, if you want add-ons. Again, Google saves automatically, so you don't have to keep saving. The cool thing here is that I can share it with somebody, okay, which means that I can have a collaborator working with me. I can share it so they can edit it, or they can share it so they can view or only comment. So if I'm working on a project with somebody, say, I'm taking a class and I'm in Augusta, but my partner is in Kittery, rather than getting the car and meeting halfway in Portland, we can share online here. So I'm going to share it with my alter ego, which is me as in my personal life, and I'm going to give edit privileges. Okay? And anytime you share something with someone outside the organization, it's going to ask you if you want to, and I do want to. Okay? So now it's shared with my alter ego. As my personal self, I can comment on this. But maybe my alter ego does something that I don't like, and I don't want it changed. I can always go back to another copy by going to See Revision History, and this will give me every time it's been revised, and I can go back and choose the one that I want. Okay, so I'm not stuck with somebody else's revisions if I don't like them. And everything else is pretty much the same as you look across the toolbar here. Okay. I'm going to actually close this out and go back to my drive and look at Google Slides. This is PowerPoint, all right? So you can create PowerPoint presentations in Google and share them with somebody else rather than linking them to an email. You can have somebody collaborate with you on a presentation. You can do just about anything you want to. There are themes here. You can pick a theme that you want. So there's just like PowerPoint. You can change the theme. All right. If you are familiar with PowerPoint, you can use that with no problem whatsoever. You can also do Google Sheets, which is Excel. I do not do well at Excel, but if you do well at Excel, you can do well at Sheets as well. It's here for you to use. Okay? Another thing you can use is Google Forms, and Forms is kind of cool. You can create a survey, you can create a test. There are instructions in one of the Google ebooks about creating a quiz using Google Forms, You can even, if it's a test that's multiple choice or true or false, those kinds of answers, you can actually have it scored. It'll score it for you. If it's narrative answers, of course, you're going to have to read it yourself. But what this does when you create the form, it collects the answers and then puts them into a Google spreadsheet. And then you can look at all the students who have participated. You can look at their answers and you can score them that way, all in one place. Works very well. I'm going to close that and go back to my drive. What else can you have? You can do Google Drawings, which I don't use a whole lot, but it's here, so you can actually use it. I don't know how to use it, so I'm not going to even attempt to help you think about it. I mean, I can see how it might work, but I haven't practiced with it. But it's here. Google My Maps. I haven't used this either, but it is Google Maps, so you can find information there. So that's Google Drive. Okay, go back here. Very important. Just with one little click, you've got all those tools at your fingertips. All right. You can get to YouTube. You have a YouTube account associated with this. This is where I put all my videos. You've seen many of them, just like this one. I'm going to upload here as well. Excuse me when I finish. What else do we have here? Some of these things are for me that only faculty see. But you can get to Main Street. Okay. And you can look at your account. Your Main Street account, your transcripts, anything else that you are privileged to see. This is a faculty view, so you won't see the same thing that I see. So in short, and you may see a few different things on yours. This is a faculty view. The student view may be a bit different, but the Launchpad is the same. So use it. It logs you into everything at once, and it makes life a whole lot easier for you. So that's it. I just wanted to go briefly over those Google tools, especially your Drive and the suite of platforms that are here for you to use. Okay, so that's it, and I'll be talking to you soon.